Slip and fall accidents. Hi, I'm Andrew Iacobelli. I'm a personal injury lawyer with Iacobelli Law Firm, and we have offices in Ontario, Canada, and in Florida, the United States. And today I'm talking about a subject that applies both in Ontario and Florida, but specifically I'm going to speak about ice and snow, which is specifically a northern phenomenon, obviously. So we're talking about slip and fall accidents involving ice and snow. You wouldn't know it because I'm in the boardroom today, but outside is a snowy day here in Ontario. And that's why I thought it would be a good opportunity to talk about your rights if you're injured in a slip and fall accident. Now, people often think slip and fall accidents are relatively minor, nuisance, embarrassing type situations that don't really result in severe injuries. And while that may be the case for a majority of slip and falls, there are circumstances where people sustain very serious injuries because of a slip and fall on ice or snow. And those injuries typically include orthopedic injuries or fractures to bones. And that can, we would usually see that at lower extremities like ankles, legs, hips, upper extremities, shoulder injuries, elbow injuries, wrist injuries, sometimes back injuries, fractured vertebrae. Well, but those are primarily the types of orthopedic injuries that we see from more serious slip and fall accidents. We also oftentimes will see head injuries from slip and fall accidents, and that's particularly where someone falls backwards suddenly and strikes the back of their head. And sadly, those can be very, very serious injuries. At the least, they result in a concussion, but in more extreme circumstances, severe head injuries and very rarely death. So slip and fall accidents should not be taken lightly, and for homeowners and the owners of commercial properties, the obligation that we all have to take care of our premises should not be taken lightly. It's a really simple endeavor, in fact. All you have to do is get a shovel, a plow on larger properties, and some ice melting agent like salt or other agents that are available. So really there is no good excuse for having your property in a condition that is slippery or dangerous for people to walk on, particularly if you expect people to be there. So in the case of a commercial property where you're inviting people to come and use your property and spend their hard-earned dollars on your property, then there really is no excuse for not doing the right thing and taking care of your property for those people. So in those cases where we're contacted for a slip and fall accident, there are important steps that need to be taken. And I want to talk to you about some of the important steps to take following a slip and fall accident involving ice or snow in Ontario. So number one, obviously you want to get treatment, okay? So if you're injured and an ambulance comes, you're going to get checked out in the hospital and take care of your health. But it is vitally important not to wait too long. So don't wait until you're completely healed to take action or to provide notice. Ontario has very specific laws governing the obligations of property owners, both the private sector, so commercial and homeowners, and also legislation governing municipalities and the obligation that municipalities have over their property, whether it be a community center, a sidewalk, other walkway or recreational park. So these statutes typically also include obligations on the part of the people that are injured on those properties. And with respect to slip and fall accidents involving ice and snow, Ontario law has very strict deadlines for the victim to provide notice to the owners and the occupiers of those premises or that property. And it can be as little or as short, I should say, as 10 days. And that's not a lot of time, particularly if someone is dealing with a very serious injury following an accident. 10 days is a blink of an eye. So you don't necessarily need to do that on your own. Get the advice of an experienced personal injury lawyer. Tell them about your situation. Many lawyers, our firm included, are happy to speak to people and provide you with a free consultation following a serious injury or accident. And so you can call us and we're happy to help you at least guide you in the process of getting the notice out or assisting you with getting the notice out. And as long as the notice is provided timely and certain other steps are taken timely, then you can have peace of mind knowing that you've at least preserved your right, okay? Preserved your right to bring a claim later should you so choose to do so, or should you so choose. So I can't emphasize enough, if you've been injured in a slip and fall accident, particularly if it is a serious injury like a broken bone or a head injury or some other injury that interferes with your ability to function at home or at work or anything like that, do yourself a favor. Get advice, get the notice out there. Make sure you take the right steps early to preserve your rights so that you can then take your time if necessary to make an informed decision and decide whether or not you want to make a claim. The worst thing is if you decide later to make a claim and those steps haven't been taken and you're therefore barred or precluded from advancing a claim that has merit. So I'm sure you have a lot of questions if you've been injured in a slip and fall accident. We're here to help. Our phones are answered 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call us anytime to request a free consultation at 1-866-234-6093 or visit our website, that's yakabelilaw.com, and request a free consultation. Thanks for listening.